My name is Claudia Ketne-Bolduc, and I'm a Zamboni operator and filmmaker. I started in 2012 as a Zamboni operator after bringing my resume to the sports complex at Laval University. I was a rugby player from 2010 to 2015, so I guess I was looking for a job and the arena contacted me, and since then I've been working here. Being a Zamboni operator isn't just driving a Zamboni on the ice. You have to take care of the ice as well, because you have to have a certain thickness. We measure with a tape measure how thick the ice is. So if it's too thick, it's not good either. So you always have to measure and see that the ice is at the same level. My main goal when I'm driving the Zamboni, for sure, is to get the ice perfect. Even though there's two people in the stands, I'm like, okay, I have to do the job well. Or if I mess up, then they'll be like, oh, just normal. She's a woman. Like, nobody knows that I've been doing this for the past almost 9 years. It's the looks that the guys give you when they see you. They're questioning a bit if you'll be able to do the job, but it's just like driving a car. I still have like guys who see me and they're like, are you gonna sharpen my skates? Being here, I can break that barrier and the way that women are perceived in a marginal career. If I leave, will there be another woman though? I can't necessarily say that I've always dreamt of operating a Zamboni, but for sure, I guess being one of the only women, I think, in Quebec City, like I haven't met many. You know, I had this little idea of like having my little road to the Olympics for the 2022 games. Why couldn't I be like the first, 32-year-old woman from Canada on the Zamboni team? Who knows? When I started at the arena, we used to have propane-driven Zambonis. And they made a switch to be more eco-friendly. We have electric Zambonis now. You have to operate in a different way. They're heavier than the propane ones. So you have to like brake a bit earlier or else just go through the board. You're supposed to be on the ice, let's say 8 minutes. Like with the other ones before, like the propane tanks, if you were short on time, I was working with guys and it was always sometimes a contest. It's like, oh yeah, 6 minutes. You would go like really fast and then you get off the brake and it would just like compress so you could like turn very quickly. It's like Fast and Furious, yeah. Drifting on the ice. In my everyday life, I'm not just a Zamboni operator. I'm also a documentary filmmaker. Now I'm working on a documentary web series about women in marginalized sports. Maybe that's also like a goal that I have, is making documentaries about strong women who have stories to tell. So since 2017, I've been developing it. And in 2020, I finally got funding for it. My first short film was on an ice canoeing team, or more like the history between one of the first women teams to participate in the Carnaval de Québec's competition, and compared to, in 2016, a female team who was just starting. I think that's something that intrigues me, the path, like what women did before and where we are now. So in 2018, I did a boxing film in Louisiana, and I got in touch with an 18-year-old boxer and her coach, Deirdre Gogarty, who came from Ireland. to the United States to box because that was her dream, and she couldn't do it back home. Women weren't allowed to box in Ireland. It was also in the 90s, 80s, 90s, not well perceived. You're punching each other, and that's not very feminine. There's also that, and now in late 2000s, how that changed, but how there's still, you know, a perception of what's feminine and not feminine. For me, sports are really important. As a woman, as a girl, like, just do what you want. You can't always focus on what others will think. You just have to push yourself, and maybe that'll also open doors to other women, other people of genders, like non-binary or trans people. Like, the more people see you in a marginal sport, a marginal career, just doing what you love or what you want to do, then that'll open the eyes, like other people's eyes. The population will see that, and younger women, younger people will see that, yeah, I can do what I want.